Coach Smaldino, OAC 2021 football championships here at Sports Force. First off, what do you think of the facility here in Sandusky, Ohio?
Great. The facility, the people, the organization of it was wonderful for Avon Lake.
Tough game out of the gate for you guys. Listen, I already got on Jared about this. I'm like, why is Avon Lake playing the Bombers in Kenston first round?
Yes.
But tough game out of the gate for you guys.
Absolutely. Two things. Tough gate. 8 a.m.'s tough. We put 3 teams together for 1 week, which was tough. But our biggest goal was to get our 6th graders together for the first time. So this was a great tournament to do it. Kids got to play together, getting ready for 7th grade. So that was the biggest reason we came here, for unity and for teamwork. In Kenston, they were a classy organization to face first round.
So when you look at it, you guys have, Avon Lake has had state championships in the past in the high school level.
Yep.
Shoreman are pretty good.
Yep.
In the 90s, I believe that was when they won a title, right?
Yep.
So Avon Lakes, they got football. Avon's good too.
Yeah, very good.
The Eagles are pretty good.
Yep.
So,
we call them South, by the way.
Oh, okay.
I'm teasing you.
I don't want to bring up
I have a lot of friends.
the enemies, but okay. But when you look at it, Northeast Ohio is the hotbed for football.
Absolutely.
When you guys look at bringing a team together for the first time, like you said, bringing the 6th graders together to start to create that cohesion, what does that take and how hard is it?
It was tough. I'll be very honest with you. Got kids that play the same positions, but I got a couple coaches with me together. And the first thing we told them is exactly what you said. They're becoming Shoreman as a team. And the hardest thing was because someone was a quarterback, someone was a receiver. So the first thing that we did the first week is bringing them together and just teach them that you're all one team. It doesn't matter who's playing where, it doesn't matter who's doing what, all one team. And we stressed that. We stressed that the whole week. And I hope we got that out of the kids. We had a pizza party at the end. One of our coaches gave a real nice Shoreman speech, but I wanted to get them ready for exactly what you talked about. Shoreman football is important to our city. And I wanted them to know that in 6th grade is when it starts.
You guys fight a big battle. You're on the west side. St. Ed's on the west side.
Yes.
Ignatius on the west side.
Absolutely.
And that's a tough argument,
Absolutely.
to battle. And you being a public school, they're private schools.
Absolutely.
I mean, and you're almost in the range where Hoban can come get kids.
Absolutely.
It's crazy what's going on right now. And we know that's the world we live in.
100%.
How do you build that culture, that Shoreman culture? You're talking about it now, bringing them together, but how do you build Shoreman culture and Shoreman football?
For me, it's about pride. It's pride in being in Avon Lake. And honestly, it does start young. You hit the nail on the head. We got kids right now that are talking about going to private school. So I think it's the coach's job. We say it a lot, but it's hard to do it. Keeping the kids in the program. I know going 7-0, 8-0 is the greatest thing to do, but you know what the greatest thing for Avon Lake is? Keeping the kids in the program and having them blossom into great shoremen. I always say this. In 6th grade, you sometimes don't know who that star is. So you got to keep the kids around, believe in Avon Lake, and keep them around their friends. And hopefully we did that. Hopefully we did that today because I think that's important.
Yeah, I got my kids all the Bomber gear. They're 4 and 5 years old. They're wearing Bomber stuff,
See,
right?
that's key.
That's what I'm talking about,
key.
though. You kind of ingrained it in them, right?
It's key in Avon Lake. So you hit the nail on the head. You'll see flags for Eds and Ignatius.
Yeah.
So it's so key. We have a Shoreman football club. We put little banners out in front of all the yards, and we ask the kids to keep them out because you are 100% right, and it's our job as parents in a young age to make them believe in the Shoreman.
Yeah, and we're East Side, so it's like we've got like Hawken,
Yes,
University
yes.
School, we've got Lake
Yes.
Catholic, we've got VASJ's over by us. So it's like we're in the same situation where we're trying to keep them at Kenston. But I'm not an anti-private school guy by any means.
neither
I
am
work
I.
with a lot of them. I
Not at
think
all.
they do a heck of a job actually. But ultimately, what do you want them to get out of OAC this tournament this weekend? We already took a loss. How do you want them to rebound? And what do you tell them? What's the message after a tough loss?
The message for me was look over at your brothers and play hard. The message for me was a loss you learn. I told them point blank, a loss like that's on the head coach. That was, you said it was a rough loss. So I always tell the kids, the first loss on the head coach because he got you ready. But the second game is going to be on them kids as teammates. Look at each other, play for your brothers, and play as hard as you can. Here's the thing in 6th grade. If you give me all you got, the results take care of themselves.
So, to the point though, wins and losses don't always, it's the end result. It's how you build brotherhood.
Exactly.
Be a great teammate to your
Yep.
left and your right,
Yep.
right? I mean, that's ultimately what you want,
And I'll be
right?
honest with you. To win the second game would really turn this whole thing around. We put a lot of work in a short amount of time for these kids. Kids didn't know positions. Kids didn't know where they were. And we took a hard one this morning. Kenston came in and played a real tough, by the way, great program. Real tough program. So now is when they got to bring it together. I told them, you had your fun. You're together now. Now is when you got to bring it together because the truth is, it's easier to bring the momentum out of a win. I mean, we could say what we want, but the easier to bring the momentum out of a win. So it'd be really nice to get one for us to say and then go home 1-1.
Awesome, Coach. Well, you guys will you play it all tomorrow?
We don't know yet. We
don't know. So
yet.
it's on next game.
Yes,
it hinges on next game.
Yes. And I try to hide that, but you're exactly right.
Yeah.
We don't want Sunday off.
Yeah.
We don't want Sunday off.
Yeah, win and you're in again.
Right, exactly.
And that's what you want.
Yes, exactly.
Awesome. All right, Coach, do you have anything else for me?
No, I want to thank you guys. Honestly, from beginning to end, everybody's been great to us. Real nervous coming in here. Very organized. 8 a.m. was tough. Other than that, very organized.
Well, yeah,
We
you guys had to
appreciate
leave it probably like 5:30.
Yes, we left
Right?
at 5:30 in the morning.
Yeah,
Yes.
right?
Yeah, but other than
Wow.
that, it was great. We appreciate it.
Coach, good luck to the Shoreman. Thanks for the time.
Thank you. Take care of you.